hand. So when you hit F, you know you're going to hit the F2, C1. Okay? So that's what lesson 2 is. You start learning how to put melody with it so it starts sounding more smoother. Lesson 3. First of all, don't always try to get lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4 all in one day. Spend a couple days on lesson 1 to where you can kind of know it without really having to study so hard. Then go to lesson 2. Spend a little time on it. Okay? Now, lesson 3, what happens is that we start adding the melody. You keep that same stuff, but first we got to start adding melody. And what it is, we first start out with this going 1 dot dot 2 1 dot dot 2. And what it is, you're gonna keep this going. This hand never stops bouncing. Whether you change, wherever you change it, it keeps a beat constantly going. And whether it go, okay. Now this, when you add 1. I'll explain more in detail. This is free lesson, so I'm explaining more in detail in the lesson. But you 1. So this song, if you to play it, it go like this. Down at the cross where my Savior died. Downward from sin and the sin. Now what I did is that I went to the first time when I just wrote basic 1, 2, and 3. Just knowing where those basic changes are. And I just did a bounce on it. And I'm going to do that again. Down at the cross where my Savior died. Downward from sin and the sin. I cried there to my heart was the blood applied, singing glory to His name. So that's how it kind of starts. Then add, well, you got your melody chords. Now this is where it's going to come, and I'm going to go slow so you can play along with me. Ready? Down at the cross where my Savior died. Downward from cleansing the sin I cried. There to my heart was the singing glory to His name, singing glory to His name, precious name, singing glory to His name. There to my heart was the blood applied, singing glory to His name. And so what that is, that's lesson 3, which teaches you how to get the rhythm going. In the lessons, I actually teach you why you do this, why you do that. A lot of things I kind of explain to make it simple. Now, what happens, certain songs have different tempos, different types of runs. This one, down at the cross where my Savior died. also in lesson 3, I might add some stuff where you might learn the 2. And like when I say add stuff, I'll show you like. And you know what I'm playing. Okay? I explain every move that I make. Also break it down, showing it to you. And these are what I call sometimes fill in. You got basic 2, but then where I did that, that's what I call a fill in. And then you also got a melody chord, which I didn't put on there. 3. And that's like a little run. And that's what I show you. And at the lesson 4, I kind of just play it how I might would play it. Playing it slow. And the thing of it is, if you've been practicing and taking a little time, maybe a couple weeks, lesson 1 to lesson 2 to lesson 3, then you can kind of play it and you won't get lost. You can learn how to just remember what the bass line is. So like, oh, down at the cross, where my Savior died. Down where for sin and mercy I cried. There to my heart was the blood applied, singing glory to His name. So you see what I'm saying? I'm singing glory to His precious name, singing glory to His name. There to my heart was the blood applied, singing glory to His name. I did this song to kind of show you how I progress a song. I start out one song, 4 lessons. And I always recommend that you do not go past lesson 1 until you understand lesson 1 good. Then go to lesson 2. Then lesson 3. And so that you understand the basics of all songs. Basic of all songs is a 1, 2, and 3 method. You'll find out any song that most of the songs that you get from me are going to have a basic 1, 2, 3 method and then the melody chords. And if you ever notice, if you ever play in one key, you're going to realize it's all playing the same thing. But then also I'll be able to teach you how to transpose and learn how to play in different keys and take that method with you. Also, look forward in the future to Smith Music 123 with a animated song lesson where you would have it where it's in 3D. You'll be able to view hands from the left angle, front angle, side angle. However, you'll be able to take a part of a song and loop it. In other words, if it's just the beginning, down at the cross where my Savior died, it'll start all over again. Down at the cross where my Savior died. You'll also be able to slow it down. And then you also be able to pick it where you can just show just your left hand and hear how it sounds. Show just your right hand. You will have your method, your singing method, your pattern, and all of this. You'll be able to mute things as you get better. When you buy a song, you'll have the sound of the left hand, the right hand, along with the pictures. You also have someone singing the song. You'll hear me telling you the pattern. You'll also have the option of having a little click track or a drum beat behind it, or even a full band sound. And depending on as you get better, you'll be able to mute out where you hear me saying 1, F2, 3 over 1. Then you can mute out where I'm saying, or where you hear the piano playing, and then you playing, or you can vice versa, however you learn. Just where you playing it and you hear me say the pattern, or you hear the pattern and the music, or you hear the singing and you just playing. You'll be able to mute out things, or as you get better, eliminate till it's just nothing but them singing and you playing from lesson 1 to lesson 4. And also with this, you'll be able to it'll also teach you. You'll also be able to understand how all songs are the same. It'll also have a little thing where you can test yourself to see if you are good at memorizing. Basic 1, 2, 3, and also your melody card. I will always show you what it is. When you get to that, when it's out, you'll have a screen that'll have the words and the pattern, and over to the left will be buttons that says 1, 2, 3. So if you forget what it looks like, you can push the button and it'll show you on the screen what 1 is, how it's supposed to be played. And like my fill-ins, it'll be buttons over there that'll show you, and it slowly take you through the motions of those fill-ins, whether it be things like a lot of that. It'll take you slow and explain it. This is what we're doing. So if I do something like that, it'll be where you can go and you can re-loop it, play along with it, and see what's happening. So look forward to Smith Music 123 with its animated project. Hopefully to be out no later than May 2012. It's in the works. Thank you.